What if I told you that a creature that is restricted in Vintage and has been at times a dominant force in Legacy was secretly legal in Standard? His name is Monastery Mentor, and he's here to make sure you never forget again. Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to the Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. Did you all know that Monastery Mentor was legal in Standard? It's crazy, right? Hasn't made too much of a move really in Standard, and honestly, this is a card that's actually restricted in Vintage. Seems like about a Legacy play, but you know, free counterspell, Sentence Dividing Top kind of subsidize it, where it's been legal in Standard, Pioneer, and Modern for a while. It doesn't really do that much. Well, I got a new Standard brew here that looks to make use of that, which is really cool. My article, that was in my article last Friday on CoolStuffInc.com, where I discussed the fact that Standard is just kind of awesome right now. It's a really exciting format. It's been really good for a while, in like the last 6 months to a year, but it's been phenomenal the last few weeks, and I know it has kind of a bad rep in the last, 5 or so years, but folks, if you haven't been playing Standard, hop into it. It's also the RSQ format too as well, which is really cool. So the big problem with Monastery Mentor is the upfront cost is really, really high. This is a 2/2/4/3. If you tap out on turn 3 to cast this and don't have access to a card like Daze or Force of Will or fast mana like Moxen, you kind of just play it and say go, and they untap and they kill it. You don't get any value. It just costs too much to gain the value. Well, what if it cost 1 mana here with Helping Hand, kind of a niche little card from Ixalan. 1 mana, return a creature, mana value 3 or less, tapped. And there are actually a bunch of awesome ways to dump Monastery Mentor in the graveyard in Standard right now. Otherworldly Gaze, Consider, Chart of Course, which will also be a card draw spell as well. We got Picklock Prankster doing the whole mill thing, as well as Ledger Shredder, which is a card that's much better in older formats because there's so many cheap spells in older formats. But this set gets to do that too, which is great. So a bunch of good ways to dump it, and then you pin 1 mana to bring it back. And then also all of these cards that help fill your graveyard are also spells for Mentor and make much tokens too. So not uncommon to see a turn 3 where you Helping Hand back a Mentor, cast 2 spells, make 2 monks, and say go, which is insane. Also a very fast clock, which is great as well. So we got Shredder here, of course, is another threat. We've got the Prankster here, which is an enabler and a threat, which is kind of cool. Haughty here, Haughty Djinn being an extra power boost. And then just a bunch of removal spells. You got Bitter Triumph and Cut Down, a bunch of cantrips. Recommission also plays the role of extra reanimation spell for your Mentor. And in a pinch, you can always Helping Hand or Recommission into play a Ledger Shredder or Haughty Djinn as well, which is great. Mana's pretty good. All the fast lands are pretty awesome as well. And the sideboard, you get to bring in Duresses and counter spells against the slower decks and extra kill spells against the faster decks, which is kind of awesome. So a lot of flexibility here too. This deck is super awesome. And again, just really, really exciting to see a brand new deck like this pop up in a format. It's been 6 months since the last set release. So seeing this sort of like dynamicism, if it's a word, I guess, in a format's really, really awesome and just really, really cool. So deck sweet. Let's give it a spin. We're from our sponsor at CoolStuffInc.com.
CoolStuffInc.com is a proud sponsor of Jim Davis, and you can show your support while getting 5% off your entire order by using the promo code JIM5 at checkout. Need singles for constructed or kitchen table play? Looking to pick up sealed product or the latest in Magic accessories? We've got you covered. CoolStuffInc.com is the place for all your Magic the Gathering needs, and remember to use the code JIM5 at checkout for 5% off. CoolStuffInc.com, cool stuff in stock.
On the play, hand is good. Not great, but good. Just consider on 1, fire up a Shredder and just find some gas, you know? Forest, Ginger Brute. Alright. Bit of Mentor, love it. Very lucky. Oh my god, we're so freaking lucky. So, whenever consider, like when you're playing against Phoenix and Pioneer, it's the same thing. Whenever you consider and you bin the card you want to bin, it's a cantrip Entomb, and Entomb is like a legacy power level card. So pretty insane. They're, I assume, playing the blue-green artifact deck with very little removal. We're just gonna recommission here. Get this bad boy back. Turn 2 Monastery Mentor. Let's go. Let's draw any one mana spell next turn. No, they're red-green actually. Please don't kill a Mentor. Beast Caller, sure. Still a linear aggro deck though, so. Alright. That's a lot of lands, unfortunately. We're gonna run the bluff attack here. If they block with both of these, I will be astounded and I'll give them a high five. Alright, now we're gonna play Shredder and say go. Definitely need to draw a spell or two here. Hello. Gruul. Sentinel of a Nameless City. Good card. So make a map. They can attack for 3 if they want to. They're not even going to... Alright, we drew... Thank God we drew a spell. Alright, here's Sleight of Hand. We could just Forager the Consider, but now Sleight of Hand. Find a good spell. Sleight of Hand. Looking for another spell. We find Charter Course. Love it. Alright, so... Just gonna jam in the air, I think. Get my Charter Course on. Draw 2 cards. So, Trigger Mentor. Draw 2. Get Seachrome Coast. We'll discard the Darkslick Shores. And draw another Mentor. Cool. So, next turn we get to go Buck Wild. We get to play Mentor and then do another Free the Fae. Could also Forger back to the Charter Course, but I think we're looking pretty good here. Bones of a Tank. I'm going to map onto the Beast Caller. Iron Apprentice. This is definitely a Voldaren Thrillseeker Agatha Soul Cauldron deck. They've been over the Doofer. Yep, there's Soul Cauldron, sure. So they can fire in a counter or 2 here. We need to watch our life total here, so they can fling you out of nowhere. So be a little more liberal on chump blocks. They're going to send in only the Sentinel and not the Beast Caller. That's interesting. I guess I'll leave back for blocks, I guess, maybe, but... Alright. I think taking 3 is fine. We'll take 3. We draw a cut down. That's not bad. So... It's Mentor Free the Fae or Mentor Cut Down. I guess you can also connive to spell too. That'd be pretty sweet. So... Let's do that. Let's go land. Mentor, cut down, try and draw a 1-mana blue or white spell. Alright, let's hit this. Boop! Triggers. Good connive here, please. It's not bad. You know, interesting. I keep keeping a land's pretty good here. Just allows for more spells next turn. It guarantees Prankster, and then hopefully 2 more spells. Let's try the Forger, I think. Kill that. This does open up the Cauldron. I guess they can make things unblockable. So maybe I should block last turn actually, but move to combat. Can't offer any trades. Yeah, so. I guess they have a lot of unblockable damage next turn, but I have a lot of damage next turn too, so let's attack. If they can Cauldron the Brute, put a counter here, make both these unblockable. If they have a Thrillseeker, I might be dead. I may have blocked last turn. It's funny, I talked about how important it was to keep our life total high, but like chump blocking it at 19 felt like too much, but like it might have been correct. I think it's, you know, I kind of had the right idea, but maybe I wasn't, you know, fully committed to the plan. I didn't buy into the system, you know. Next turn, we're going to go bananas. So, if we don't die here, it'll be great. Alright. We are making some blocks if they let us. Make a map. If they make them unblockable, though, they can't Thrillseeker me, so that's a good sign. Alright, cool. So, some sort of fling or something. Alright, down to 8. Don't kill me, please. Teachings of a Kirin. Oh, you're really, really dead, my friend. They found Thrillseeker. Wow. If they had Teachings of a Kirin first, they would have killed me, right? Mill of a Thrillseeker, put it with the Cauldron, put it on the Beast Caller, sack the Beast Caller, sack the big thing. I don't know. Alright, we're dead on board. But they're also dead on board, so I think it's fine. We're gonna River and Free the Fed. Boop. Have it on the math. We're gonna play our spells and attack with everything. So yeah, they can move the Thrillseeker, sack the Sentinel. We mill over a Helping Hand, a Sleight of Hand. We can Helping Hand the Halo Forager. And then Helping Hand something else. Yeah, I like that actually, because it makes more, it's just more spells. So let's take Helping Hand, bring back Halo Forager, pay 1, Helping Hand, bring back something else, and then Prankster. We can Triumph the 4/5 also. There's just second response, but I think there's dead, honestly, but Forager. I get back the Djinn, actually. I can save more spells. Let's go to it. I should get back the Djinn. I'm sorry, hold on. I got it. I have figured it out. Forager, then Djinn, then 1 mana Triumph, then 1 mana Prankster. Or some combination of that. A lot of the power of this deck is just making Mentor not cost 3. This card's been legal and standard for a long time and just unplayable because the turn you cast it is so bad, but you maybe get cheaper, it's so much better. Alright, Bitter Triumph. I don't want to take 3 of this because I'll just die, so I think I should just discard this. And I want to cast spells too, so 2, 3. X is 1. Get Helping Hand. It is gross that we are very close to death, but get this back. It's fun watch all the triggers go. There we go. Now they have 6. Alright, so we're going to free the Fae. Yeah. Alright, that's all good. Turn a Chart of Course. Should I cast Sleight of Hand? Sleight of Hand. Attack with everything. Haven't done the math, but I think they're dead. If they're not dead, we're dead because they have the Thrill Seeker and the Soul Cauldron. But attack with everything. They have 2 blocks. This is 6, 12. Yeah, I think they're pretty dead here. Can't count out Soul Cauldron and Thrill Seeker. It's very, very powerful, but yeah, Mentor, a very, very powerful card, held back by the fact that it's just a 3 mana 2/2. And in formats like Vintage and Legacy, where you're able to play it early, you know, due to fast mana or whatever else, it's extremely powerful because you get to play the cards, play it and play a bunch of cards. But in Standard, if you're just playing it on turn 3 as a 2/2, it's just going to die a lot of the time. You're not getting enough value out of it. But this deck circumvents that by making it so it costs 1. Alright, sweet. That was a really cool game. Alright, so what are we doing here? Temporary Lockdown is very good against them, but obviously it stops our Shredders, but still probably worth it, honestly. Gets the Soul Cauldron, all the small creatures. I think his Duress is gone. His Duress is gone. I'm on the draw, too. I still want to leave Shredders in, I think, but cut down. I mean, a lot of the things are pretty big, honestly, so bring the Lockdowns. Halo Forager. It's a little slow. Probably have, like, Lithomatic Barrage for my mentors, but I also have really much to bring it back. Let's shave a Forge. Bring in the Bitter Triumph. And, like, maybe a cut down, too, honestly. Just a little more interaction. You could shave, like, a Chart of Course. On the draw, especially. So, yeah. I don't think I want to Destroy Evil. Other cards are better, I think. So, as long as they can't exile my mentor, it's pretty cool. Not cool, but sure. Buy up the old mulligan here. Point of mulligans also, so only fair. Darkslick Shores, consider Sleight of Hand, Chart of Course, Shredder, cut down. But we're going to keep this. We have kind of a tough choice of what we want to bottom. If I play Shredder and they kill it, it's pretty bad. keep them. I think it's a bit Chart a Course, probably. We obviously could just, like, Chart a Course, discard Mentor in turn 2. I think it's Shredder, then. Shredder's so good, though. Because they're probably going to double spell also. One of the 1-mana cantrips is also kind of tough, too, because, like, we kind of need to find our lands as well. How greedy are we? We probably want the cut down. They play an early, like, then we got to kill. I'm thinking it was Shredder. Not sure, honestly, but this is supposed to put us a little bit reliant on drawing a, I wish I had put that at the bottom instead. A little reliant on drawing a reanimation effect. And a white source, too, honestly, but alright. You can take the land here, I think. They play the Beast Caller, we'll cut down it and play a different card. If they don't, we'll, they play an Ozolith. Cool. So just fire up the Chart a Course. And discard his Mentor, find a white source. We found no white source, no reanimation spell. That's not ideal. But we'll figure it out. Might upkeep Gaze. Here's a Beast Caller. Wow, and then no land and no spells. I can cut down this. Awesome. We'll upkeep Gaze. Let's fire up Gaze. And bin Shredder and Gaze. Keep the Helping Hand. We'll just find a blue source somehow their way. A white source, I mean. I gotta kill this. I just gotta take this though, right? So we'll just kill the Beast Caller. I'm not gonna. I'll say we're gonna draw. Well, I could Sleight of Hand here and try and find a land. If I miss, we just lose. And I just don't think it's necessary. I wish I cut down. Kill this down before they can do anything with it. So keep them off the board, and then ideally we find a white source, get back our Mentor, start casting spells. Here's another Beast Caller. Do they have a 1-drop? They do. All right, that's pretty good. So we draw the white source. So now now they're rolling and we're rolling. Who can roll harder is the question. Here's a Mentor. Here's Sleight of Hand. Recommission. I mean, I have a Shredder. That's better than a land, I think. So take that. And then just Sleight of Hand again, I suppose. Sure. Also, if I kill the Mentor, I can get it back. So run it all back. We see a white land becomes untapped. Take the river. All right, so they untap and they go Barrage and then, like, do more stuff. We might be in trouble. There's a Soul Cauldron. Sure. Oh, they can exile my... Oh, my God. They have the stones here. They have the Barrage to kill it and the Soul Cauldron to exile it. That's disgusting. All right. That's a pretty unfortunate side effect of their deck, is that their main combo piece is just, like, also a graveyard hate card. I think we might be going to game 3 here. Sleight of Hand. All right, so getting back a Shredder and pumping it is not particularly exciting. It would be a 3/5 after we connive, which isn't good enough to block their stuff. Do we try and get lucky and just consider a... We could upkeep Gaze, actually. Try and find a Mentor. Alright, so... Yeah, I think we need a Mentor here. Let's go for it. Consider. Prowess. Bin Triumph. Temporary Lockdown is the absolute stones on this board. So now we should just survive for one turn. We need to find a white source also. So let's go Sleight of Hand. Nice. Alright, well. So we are going to block both, end step Gaze, and just try and find the white source. And Lockdown should win the game by itself. Barring a Besage or something like that, so... Make some blocks. Lock it down. Alright, no Thrill Seeker. Alright, good. Alright. Yeah, block. No Tromples, good. All right. It's a big one, folks. I need to untap White Source. You got 4 looks at it. None of those are untapped White Sources. All right, here we go. Couldn't find it. All right. That's bad. I guess we have 2 more looks. All right, 2 more looks. Could have upkeep the gaze. I would have given me more looks, I guess. Yeah, I guess I screwed up. I just didn't set my stop, but whatever. It's fun. Killer. All right. Now we are mostly dead, but we will just cast a Prankster. I don't want to burn both my Pranksters. I guess Recommission's like pretty hard to use with the Cauldron in place, so just get rid of this. Get rid of this. Alright, well, here we are. We're dead to a lot of things. But them's the breaks, I suppose. 6, 8. Fortunately, there aren't actually like a ton of untapped White Sources in my deck. It's a lot of Seachrome Coasts. Got a Cauldron. Alright, they got us. Alright. That's stinky. Couldn't find that White Source. That's fine, though. So go to game 3. Definitely want the lockdown still. Now that we're on the play, I'm a little more less interested in cut down. I should have cut down for a charter course. Yeah, I don't think I want to destroy evil. This is fun. I think we're in good shape here, honestly. The barrages are pretty good. Like, barrage killing a mentor is pretty nasty, but like, I guess it's mostly just the combination. If they have barrage and soul cauldron, then it becomes an issue. So, see if we can try and dodge that a little bit. Try and keep their threats under control. And again, lockdown is pretty lights out against them if we, can cast it. All right, so on the play. Again, lacking white, but we got to keep the sand, obviously. So, turn 1 Sleight. Turn 2 Prankster. It sucks is like if they play Cauldron. If we just chart a course, they just Cauldron. It's just terrible for us. But whatever, sure. Could try and do it all 1 turn also. Here's a Ginger Brute. We draw a White Source. That's pretty cool. So, we could just like end step Prankster and then we'll just chart a course Mentor on our next turn. Rather than doing it now and have risking them playing Cauldrons. Let's do that. Ozolith the Shattered Spire. That's fine by me. I think we're in decent shape now. We mill over a Recommission and a thingy. Sure, let's do that. Alright, so we draw Shredder. Yeah, we're gonna do the whole chart a course thing here. So we'll just chart and then bring it back. Again, this plays around Cauldron. If they have exactly Barrage and Cauldron again, I mean whatever. You know, like sure. Draw 2. Man, that's a lot of helping ends. Alright, discard Mentor. Just get it back. So, say go. With the Mentor in play. Unfortunately, couldn't do much else. If they have a Cauldron, it's really bad, because now we have a bajillion of these. We have like ways to loot and stuff too, though, so. No Soul Cauldron, please. No Barrage, please. Oh my god, we did it. Alright, so now we're good to go. Just Shredder cut down. Yeah, could have upkeep Gaze, but like it's worse than playing Shredder, so. It's a Shredder. Cut down. Get the ball rolling here. Try and get Ivan to another land. That's cool. Let's get rid of Yeah, Recommission. They know about it too, so pump that up. Kill this. Does allow them to put under the cauldron. They have no threats right now too, so can I rather play cauldron, nothing else, right? Like, I'm an idiot, aren't I? Yeah, I'm an. No, I'm not actually. Never mind. We're good. We're good. Everything's fine. There were no creatures in the bin. I forgot about the pump effect with the Ozolith too, but worked out fine. Here's a Thrill Seeker, and they'll probably just kill the Mentor here. Which is fine, so I have ways to get it back to. They don't know about either one of these either, so... Well, upkeep. It's kind of hard to not kill Mentor here. I guess they can exile it too, but... Sure, yes. So they kill Mentor, they exile it. They don't have anything left to really do, and I have a decent board. So they're forced to use Cauldron immediately. Actually, no, we're not. I just really wait, but sure. So we'll just draw. We just draw Mentor naturally. Sure. So we just play Djinn. Say go. We'll just gaze in their end step and just kind of go from there. Yeah, it's fun. They'll exile the... I guess, like, by waiting... They can wait too, try to find a creature, but they have a creature in their graveyard also anyways, so they're going to exile it instead probably no matter what. So let's just attack. Attack with these. Got to use our B squad here. The Mentors are a little taxed. Here's the Haughty Naughty. Just a 5/4. Only getting bigger. End step Flashback Gaze. They didn't end step use the Cauldron, which is kind of cool, so... And now, if they try and kill this, and I have multiple reanimation spells, I can try and overload the Cauldron with my my effects, which is kind of cool. I'll just cast Mentor too, which is kind of sick. So again, scary that they have Thrill Seeker and the Cauldron, but we're at 17 and feeling kind of safe. So could fire up the Foundry here, like put. Which doesn't work. So if they want to add the Soul Cauldron, the Thrill Seeker, and use this to kill things, then I'm free to cast my spells. So they're going to go for it, though. All right, so they're going to go Ozolith, Foundry, I assume Cauldron, removing the Thrill Seeker, and then kill the Djinn for 6. Then I should untap and go Mentor, Helping Hand. Yeah, so Thrill Seeker or Cauldron's insane, but I think this is really, really good for us. So let's gaze. Shredder, Djinn. I don't want any of those. I just want spells. So, bin all 3. That dies. Untap. So now I get to go Recommission and Helping Hand. Or, yeah, and then play this thing too. Sure. Let's go Recommission. Yeah, Recommission on Mentor. Prowess. Helping Hand on Djinn. Triggers. Connive. Discard the land. And then we'll just like put it all out there and just go. Yeah. I think we're in pretty good shape here. I think them not exiling the Mentor end step was definitely a little too greedy on their part. Alright, so here's Beastcaller. Yeah, we need to be aware we can just die out of nowhere with the Thrill Seeker under the Cauldron and the Ozolith in play too. But yeah, this is now 4. This would be 6. And if they have 2 creatures, they can modular Arcbound Ravager style. I think we're good here. So, not even gonna bother playing Mentor. Just want to cast as many spells as possible. So let's cast Sleight of Hand. Do all the stuff. Any spell, please. Those are spells. Prankster. Let's go. 2 more spells, please. I guess 1 more spell, but Prankster again? Damn. We are doing it. We are doing it. Prankster again, sure. That's what I'm talking about. That was an awesome match. A little sloppy here and there, but you know, whatever. It's the freaking holidays. Leave me alone. All right, on the play. And triple Seachrome Coast. All right, let's just find ourselves a mentor, right? We got the Helping Hand. We got some setup cards. Pretty good mana. No black, but I mean, that's what we're playing the setup cards are for, right? It's nice playing a standard deck with a bunch of cantrips in it, you know? Feels like we're doing stuff. Duress. We're going to bin that. Ledger Shredder. So, yeah, we're trying to Shredder here. Now I can Chart a Course and Sleight of Hand next turn and Connive. Ooh, boy. Oh. I see. It's Energy Refractor time, huh? Alright, cool. Let's get Sleight of Hand. Let me see a Prankster or a Djinn. Pretty easy Prankster, I think. And then... do we want to Chart a Course and just draw 2? Or just cast Prankster and try and find our mentor? I mean just Prankster, honestly. Let's play this. Prankster. Connive. Draw a land. So maybe we're discarding an extra copy of Helping Hand here. I mean, Cut Down might have no value against them. They're playing freaking Energy. Yeah, let's start Cut Down. And then we'll mill over some cards. It looks like we missed. Another Chart of Course is not a bad pickup, though, so we can attack. We can draw 4 cards next turn if we want to. It's kind of cool. You almost like forget Chart of Course and try to in the format. Here's Braided Net. And we just naturally draw a mentor. Sure. So a little taparoo. Tap, tap, taparoo. Sure. Played a blue-eye control deck in a prior video. Like blue-eye control with artifacts and stuff. Kind of a cool deck. Might be something similar to that. Just gonna cast the mentor. They can't exile it yet, probably. Maybe they can, maybe they can't, but we get to untap and just draw a bunch of cards. Pretty cool. So they could have the 4-mana Wrath, but that still kills it for Helping Hand, so. Where's my cruise at, you know? Yeah, treasure cruise, please. Puts in the Energy Refractor tank over here. It's a deep tank. You don't go into the Energy Refractor tank lightly, you know? When you go in, you get a little lost in the sauce. It's bright lights everywhere, pretty colors. Here is a Field of Ruin. And an Omen Hawker. I do love Omen Hawker. And another Refractor. Yeah, I don't think that was the proper sequencing there. Probably should have drawn a card first, but we'll discard a Mentor here. It's pretty gas. So another draw from them. The question now is how many Wraths are they playing in their Omen Hawker deck? So Omen Hawker and Enigma Jewel are cute. They allow the Refractor to make actual mana. So these can be used for anything. I mean, we're just gonna freaking jam here. We're gonna want to Chart a Course. Do I want to go nuts and just like recur the other mentor? Or do I want to try and play around a Wrath? I'll try to play around Wrath, right? I'm just gonna Chart a Course twice and draw a million cards. So let's go to combat. They'll tap down the Shredder, attack with the mentor. Just draw a bunch of cards and figure it out later, you know? Alright, so draw 2. Mentor triggers. Shredder and Cut Down. I don't think killing Omen Hawker is a necessary course of action, so let's just Chart a Course again. Connive, another Chart a Course. Ooh, boy. Cut Down. I don't think we really care about Cut Down. Let's start Helping Hand, though. I think it's like a few too many Helping Hands. Draw 2 more cards. Play a land. I'm just going to cast Sleight of Hand. Just going to keep going here. Kind of like force him to have a Wrath. So more Mentor action. Halo Forager's great. Hand's juiced. Bunch of stuff in play. We can cast a lot of cards, a lot of spells next turn. They have an Icy and some mana. And if they Wrath me, they kill 2 things. Realistically. I have another Mentor in the bin. I have a Helping Hand in my hand. I've got Shredder and Chart a Courses and all sorts of good stuff. So Omen Hawker and Enigma Jewel can both tap for 1 of any color thanks to Refractor. So they have Teferi, who slows the sunset. That's pretty good, actually, with Omenhawker and an Eiganjo, so they can... They're not going to, but they could have tapped for mana and untap both. Tap for mana. Again, had 4 more mana of his turn. This is a cool brew, I'm not gonna lie. Opponent's deck is pretty sweet. Play Island. And another Omenhawker. Oh, wow, okay. So we're going in deep here. We're casting a lot of spells next turn. Cut down, chart a course, and free the Fae, I think, is the plan. And I'll probably try and kill them. This is Scarlet, I think. They've got effectively 2 mana up and an Icy. We draw a card, we discarded, sure. Let's start with a free the Fae. Triggers. I guess still only got for a Wrath here, so we mill over a Journey, or we mill over 2 Otherworldly Gazes. Pretty good, actually. This is a good card to cast. We can gaze, cut down. I should just gaze and flash back too. Let's just do that. Just cut down this. It also makes them use their mana too. Gonna float 2 mana. We can Knive, discard an extra Shredder. We're gonna play a land. And I think we're actually like just shoving lethal here, right? They tap the Shredder. I have 2 more spells to cast. This is 5, 10, 15. We're actually 1 short if they block. So, we should probably just kill Teferi. So let's go 2 Teferi to them. And then I probably won't bother gazing or anything like that. We'll see what they do. But here, here, and here, here. Again, trying to still play on a Wrath there to keep the Omenhawker. Wow. So this would have, if I attacked them straight, I would have killed them. But that's fine. I cast gaze. Charter Course is nice. I like Charter Course. We keep the spell. Spell on top. Discard some lands. Do some damage. And then we'll Charter Course again. And again, like, the Mentor here, like, if they cast a Wrath, I mean, all of these tokens are just from the Mentor. So, like, why are we losing that much in the exchange? And they kind of have to Wrath now. So, if they Wrath, I'll just Helping Hand. I'll just go Shredder. Helping Hand back a Mentor. And just kind of like do it all over again. Collector's Vault. Pretty cool card with the Enigma Jewel and Omenhawker. Alright, so they did some cool stuff, but we just mentored really, really hard, and they didn't answer it. So we're going to bring in some Duresses. We're going to bring in a Negate. Probably like a few strokes, like 2 strokes. Destroy Evil, I don't think so. Temporary Lockdown might actually be super nice against them. This might be kind of awkward for us too, but let's cut these cut downs. These Bitter Triumphs. Maybe the Haughty Naughties aren't super exciting. I just don't think this card's great in this deck. I don't think we need the redundancy. And it is kind of awkward to have Lockdown and Shredder, but Lockdown just seems so good against them, but it's fine. And then we'll shave, like, maybe a Gaze. Recommission Gaze. I want to keep my threat density up, you know, decently. We're cutting the 2 Djinns, but let's cut a Gaze, sure. Gaze is like, whatever, it's fun. Alright, so I imagine it's good for us. I mean, Duress seems phenomenal against them. We have ways to recast it, like... Alright, so we got double Shreds, Sleight of Hand, Stroke. Opponent's mulligan. We're going to keep this. It's a funny question, though, of do we play Sleight of Hand on turn 1 or not? They mulligan again? Really? Come on, what are you doing, opponent? Do all this cool stuff. You got a 5. Alright, so we draw land. Yeah, we'll just Sleight here. Play Sleight. Consider, yeah. It's like sort of like in the Phoenix decks where like you can just cast your cantrips, you're just gonna draw another cantrip, you know? Like this is not worth holding. Energy Refractor returns. The Energy Refractor strikes back. Alright, so we got Shredder. And then hopefully next turn we'll have Shredder plus Consider. Mirix. Awesome card with Omenhawker. So good. There's Omenhawker. There's our buddy. I'm a huge Omenhawker fan. Like, huge Omenhawker fan. Alright, so we're going to land, Shredder, consider. I gotta count my Shredder already. Right. Get some Knives on here. And discard this Mentor. Discard Mentor. And find a white source too. Discard another Mentor, sure. Alright, Surveil, find a white source. Oh, it's the Helping Hand. We already have Recommission, which I've been this. Into white. That's also not a white, but it's fine. That makes sense. Saw Blades is a pretty obvious card for them to have here. I think we still do. I think we still attack, but that's a reasonable thing to have access to. So, Braided Net. That makes my Charter Courses a lot worse, unfortunately. I got a Connive here, though. Another Mentor? Oh, my God. Alright. Yeah. Don't Tormund script me. Man, we actually just cannot find a, white source. That's fine, though. Still a pretty good draw. They have one card left. They do a tappy-tappy. We just Shredder consider again. A lot of looks here for a white. Temporary lockdowns. Lockdown would hit Hawker, Refractor, Sawblades, Enigma Jewel, but also my Shredders. And also just double white, too. Just ship that. And then we go Recommission. We already have one of those, so ship that too. Negate. I don't think I want that either. Alright. Alright, well, we are 41 cards deep in our deck with no white source yet, but that's okay. We're doing fine. Like, just attack next turn, draw 2 cards, do a stroke. Opponent. You can't cast a cool card. I'm trying to take a drink, alright? Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. Also an awesome card, the Omenwalker. 2-mana artifacts, 2 mana to mill 2, but if they hit a land, they get it. It's a ramp card too. Oh, and Citadel. I adore their deck. It's playing so many cards that I love. Look for a future episode of Freshly Brewed where I'm going to reverse engineer their deck and build an Omenwalker deck because this deck looks awesome. Really, really cool. I'll do a show on my stream called Freshly Brewed and my YouTube. For all you cool stuff folks, hop over there. They're going to craft the Braided Net. And this has a mana value of 3. We draw a white source, tap land, obviously. But so now they can just pop this thing and draw... And it's only 3 cards, actually. Alright, so I guess we're just going to attack and then chart a course. Like, leaving up stroke. I mean, we'll just attack. Attack. They got no tappies. They take a pretty good hit. Cast chart a course, draw 2. Looking for a white source. We find it. So, we're just going to go Recommission here, I guess. So, land, Recommission. Get back a Mentor. Do some conniving. Discarding probably Coast and Lockdown. This is the one for the bigger one. Discard the Coast. Yeah, I don't think we're at a point we want to lock down ever now. So, just discard the Coast. And then we'll draw, discard Lockdown. And, alright. So, next turn, looking to be a pretty explosive turn. They get to Realmbreaker me off of their Enigma Jewel, which is pretty gas. And hit a land, too. Nice. They hit my Seachrome Coast. They did. They stole it. So, yeah, this deck is awesome. I'm a huge fan of this card, Sunken Citadel, in a lot of formats. Play this card in Pioneer, play this card in Timeless. Ancient Tomb is a very, very powerful effect. And having an Ancient Tomb is also a mana fixer is pretty awesome. Alright, we have the First Among Equals. This is the 1/5 that draws cards if an artifact ETB'd. So no artifacts ETB for them. Oh, no, no artifact. So got a Connive. Draw Duress. I'm not sure how useful Duress is. I mean, I guess they're drawing some cards, right? So let's discard Shredder. And then a land. Probably should have done that better and, like, alternated them, but it's fun. So end step, they look us top 2. Put a card in their hand. We get to Duress them, which is super sweet. The Braided Net is right there also. You consider... I mean... We're getting in for a lot. We also want to, like, leave the stroke up for sure. Duress, stroke, and 2 mana. This might just be attack all, chart a course, Duress. guess we'll do it, not in that order, obviously, but we'll do Duress first. So I guess Duress. Start there. Here's a Mentor token. They have a Realm Breaker, a Teferi, and another one of these things. So their hand's pretty bad, actually. Just gonna attack. If they block here, I'll cast Consider. If not, I'll cast Chart of Course. They're gonna block. I guess they have another copy in their hand anyway. Yeah, whatever, this is fine. Just do this. I'm trying to cast Chart, leave a counterspell up. So is that better than just casting Consider and then Sleight of Hand also? Maybe that's better. I don't know. I should draw 2 though. Draw 2. I think we're in really good shape either way. Connive, discarding. I mean, all these cards are awesome, so it's hard to find a fault here. I guess Slide it. I want spells for next. I'm just going to discard the Halo Forager. And then discard a Gaze. And then draw 2. Sure. All right. So you go. And they haven't had mana to sacrifice this and search for a number of Praetor cards. I don't know if they're even playing Praetors, though, so we're going to find out. We'll find out together. All right, they're shaking seed. All right, so I guess they aren't. So, yeah, I mean, that was obviously Poland's playing a pretty spicy deck. They mulled a 5 in game 2. The deck looked really, really cool. But obviously our deck did its thing as well, so. All right, on the play. Prankster, Mentor, Recommission, Duress. Perfect mana. We can keep this. No way to bin the Mentor just yet, but they got the creepy geek sleeves. What's up, friend? Little pause here. Remind you about my companion article this video on CoolStuffInc.com. Check it out. I do a written article every Friday and a video article every Monday. And you can check those out. As always, an article to go with the videos. If you're watching on YouTube, hop on over to CoolStuffInc.com proper and check out the article. Also use promo code GYM5, 5% off your order at CoolStuffInc.com because it's cool stuff's great. Duress, and they are playing Domains. So pretty strong test here. It's one of the best decks in the format. Sunfall, Invasion, Atraxa. Let me check the Invasion, honestly. Turn 5 Sunfall. Hopefully it won't be too bad in theory, but we'll see. Tap land, go. Halo Forager is pretty nice. You can flashback that Duress, so you go with our Free the Fae up. Tap land, sure. So bin some cards. You're gonna find us a probably another Prankster, honestly. And I probably just cast Mentor next turn, honestly. Like, not really the main plan if starts casting it goes, but sure, let's get a Prankster. And we're going to draw another Mentor. So we just missed the Mentor, unfortunately, on the mills. That being said, just going to play the Mentor. They have no current answer to it. And if we can use Mentor to force 1 Sunfall, it's pretty cool. They're up a Stomper, unfortunately, which stinks. But now they have Sunfall next turn if they want it. That's stinky. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, we'll just make an army. Honestly, we'll just like Prankster into hopefully another spell. And then just kind of like make them cast Sunfall with my Mentor. Alright, Consider's great. Back to Consider. It's going to cast Consider. Mentor it up. Otherworldly Gaze. I've been that one for a little value. It's kind of cool. Let me draw a land. That works also. That's fine. So we've now put enough stuff in play where, like, they don't need us to Sunfall just yet, but it's kind of close, honestly. If we just go, like, Halo Forager, Duress them, too. It's pretty nice as well, so. Explosive. Easy to forget this card is actually legal and standard because it hasn't done anything in a long time, but. Alright, we forced Sunfall 1 card. Love it. Alright, so you have draw land. And now, let's see, we binned a Mentor earlier, too. Sucks is like, we kind of want to Duress them, but I guess we can't really do that. I could just go Shredder Mentor. I could also go Shredder Recommission. Not really reason to do that, though. Just play land, Shredder Mentor. So, Connive. Bitter Triumph's a pretty good pickup, actually. How important is this Halo Forager? Recasting Duress doesn't seem very important. Killing the Atraxa turn they play, that's pretty important, though. Let me get Recommission. I think we're probably going to upkeep Gaze, too. There are 2 lands from Atraxa. I'd like to try and set it up so when they cast Atraxa, I just kill it and kill them. But so we're going to upkeep Gaze and try and chain some spells together. Up the Beanstalk. They have a 4/4 blocker, too, which kind of stinks. But upkeep Gaze, flash it back. Get our prowess on. We honestly could probably just triumph the this thing when they flip it, and then just forge or triumph next turn. So, like, see a 1-mana spell here of any kind. There are no 1-mana spells here at all. I think we just bin all of these. We just want to find a 1-mana spell, so you can go 1-mana spell and then Bitter Triumph. So, draw. It's not a 1-mana spell. It's an Eiganjo. It kind of plays on the incubator. It's not the best. So if I were to triumph, I would get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, potentially 9 damage in. They cast Traxa. Yeah, we should do that, I think. Let's attack. Flip this thing. We're going to triumph it. We're going to pay 3 life, so we don't care about our life here. Then we're going to do a whole bunch of triggers. We draw another Bitter Triumph. I'll keep that. We lose a point on Connive here, but this is pretty good, so. Alright, just deal a bunch and say go. And just try and put them in a spot where they have to cast Traxa, and we just kill them. That's the way to go. Monastery Mentor. Alright, play Traxa. This is the way to usually try and beat a Traxa deck, is make it so they cast Traxa. They're going to cast a Herd Migration. Okay, that's something. Alright, well, that's a little more problematic. We can... Now I guess we're, like, committed to just, like, go deep. We can, Halo Forager and cast, like, Recommission on another Mentor. At this point, I'm not sure if you can beat Sunfall anymore, so probably not worth playing around it. Yeah, so just Halo Forager, Recommission Mentor. And then look to go really wide. It's only 1 spell. There's really a way we can cast it. We could in theory, go Forager. I'm trying to block to do it. Alright, sure, let's do this. So now we're kind of all in, unfortunately, but we're going to pay X. X is going to be 2. We're going to cast Recommission. And we're going to target a Monastery Mentor. It's funny, actually. Maybe I screwed up here. I could have actually cast the Halo Forager and then paid 1 and Duress them. But I didn't play the land first, so that seems a lot better. I got punted here. If they Sunfall me, I deserve to lose. Just gonna throw it out there. So Connive, we draw Consider, which is actually awesome. I think I just want to cast that. Yeah, we gotta keep this Bitter Triumph for the Atraxa. Alright, yeah, I guess we'll discard the land. That's fine. So discard the land, bring us back. Just gonna attack with the flyer, and then, like, you know, if they have Sunfall, we lose. If they don't, we win. Could have played around it by making the Duress play and just kind of missed it, because I forgot that this is a colorless ability, not a cost. So I could have cast the thing. They play Atraxa. There we go. So basically, we have to win the game this turn, which I think is possible, actually. We already have 5 in the air. I guess they have 5 blockers on my 5 attackers, so I think we're going to come up a little short here, but we'll see. If I can find 1 more removal spell of some kind, I don't think there are actually any. Yeah, there's none left. Cut down won't do it, so now they have infinite stuff in hand. Oh, they have Lamp Binding too. Yeah, they got us. All right, so yeah, I think I might have. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered actually. That migration is pretty gross. So hit the flyer. So now, yeah, with Sunfall in hand as well as a bunch of other stuff too, I think we're a little bit behind the 8 ball. So we draw Cut Down. Yeah, Cut Down's not going to do it. All right, so tough game 1 here. Maybe we could play a little tighter. I'm not sure, honestly, but let's pack it up and try it again. Once you bring counter spells, obviously it'll help out a lot. So we'll bring in our strokes and our negates. Strokes, negates. I think a few destroy evils and duresses also maybe. And then we're going to cut the cut downs. Honestly, we can cut the bitter triumphs because we just don't need that many removal spells. The destroy evil kind of fills that role against them, which is great. This is still a lot of cards. Gaze, Slight, Consider, Duress, Stroke, Negate. Let me not bring in the Negate. So we have 3 strokes for mostly for Sunfall because they have Coward Souls for attracts anyway. I think these Haughty Djinns are kind of crappy. They play well with the counter spells, but they're kind of not great otherwise. Yeah, Recommission, Prankster, Consider. Should have like 2 of these. And Recommission, Chart of Course. I mean, cut like a Chart of Course. Yeah, the Duresses are like pretty good, but not amazing. It's kind of on us to like put a good board together early and then apply some pressure and then just counter that key Sunfall and win. I think we should be reasonably well situated to do. Alright, so that's not going to do it. We're going to mulligan. Mulligan into a pretty good hand. We can keep this, but mulligans also, which is nice. Recommission, Gaze. Gaze is unfortunately pretty bad when you mulligan, but I think we just want to keep it here. Yeah, just try to get lucky and spike a mentor. So we got turn 1 Gaze, turn 2 Free the Fae or Shredder. We'll see depending on how we want to lay this out. All right. So bottom mulligans also very kind of them. We're gonna Gaze. Top 3 cards. Oh boy, we hit it. All right, so we're gonna bin the Mentor. We're gonna keep the Stroke and bin the Prankster, which is great. So we got turn 2 Mentor. Off Recommission. Say go. Once they have exactly perfect Triumph and Leyline Binding, we're going to be good to go next turn. And we'll need to decide if we want to cast Free the Fae or Upkeep Gaze for a land, maybe. They have a Mountain and a Binding. Alright, that works too, I guess. Alright, pretty lame. We draw land. We're just gonna cast Shredder, I guess. That sucks. We had Destroy Evils on our deck, but maybe not enough, actually. There's only 2 copies. Man, good draw from our opponent. Alright. Here's the old Stomper. We draw a Mentor, but I mean, we might just need a hardcast Mentor here, honestly. It feels pretty bad, but like we just can't really do anything else. And like we can't really have Stroke without actual threats in play. And if we had land 4, we could like Gaze and Prankster end step, that'd be fine, but we just don't, so. Alright, coming in. Alright, saying go. Alright, I guess. I guess you got me. Alright, we're gonna consider for a land drop here. We're gonna bin Stroke. Ugh. Sucks is by binning it, we just loudly announce that we have one, but we kind of just need other things. Yeah, whatever. Helping Hand. We've got nothing in the graveyard thanks to Sunfall and Exile effects. Kind of crappy. Stompa. Stomp, stomp, stomparoo. Stomp, stomp, stomp. All day long. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Oh, to sing that song. Yeah, I think we're dead here. Alright, Free the Fae. We don't find a Mentor. We find Halo Forager, which is a fairy. Recommission, Stroke, Sleight of Hand. It's pretty bad. The Coward Souls in play? They don't. I'll take the Stroke, I guess. I mean, it does mill the cards. They know we have it, which is kind of annoying. But yeah, this is a very threat light hand, unfortunately. Let's slide for a land, I guess. Let me find one. Sure. So we play Eiganjo and say go. We could slight back or helping hand back a Halo Forager. It's not very exciting though. We're just gonna say go and step Gaze, just trying to find another Mentor. a mentor or a what's it called? Destroy Evil. Not feeling particularly great about this game. Up the Beanstalk. It's pretty rude. It's one of the better ways to fight against counterspells. All of your big dumb spells cantrip. It feels bad to try and 1-for-1 them. And they have Cavern of Souls. And Invasion Zendikar. Alright, I think we're almost done here. We're going to counter this. Save Cavern of Souls. 1 card in hand. Problem is they have a reasonable clock, too. And now we're drawing lands. Yeah, I think we're just dead. We'll say go. If we get lucky and gaze into a mentor, I guess, it could be a thing. But I think we're probably just dead here. All right, gazing. Top 3. 3 land, helping hand. That's not a big help. All right, draw another helping hand. All right, well, this is why I said this card was bad in my set review, because this happens where you just don't have anything to target with it, and that's pretty shitty. But yeah, that's the game, I guess. All right, obviously I say we can chump block, I guess. So we'll play chump blocker and say go. We're not completely dead. I could also helping hand back a something else, I guess. But I'll just say go. Again, best possible draw will free up a mentor and make some tokens. That works too. All right, they got us. Yeah. Some games this doesn't work. You know, I mean, like our draws are pretty bad. Their draws are pretty good. What are you gonna do? All right, so pretty awesome. What's cool about this deck too is there's a lot of flexibility here as well. You could be just straight blue-white. You could be Jeskai perhaps and play some red removal spells. You kind of tailor the deck to whatever you want it to do. You know, there's the core of like, you know, mentor, let shredder, helping hand, ways to discard, chart of course, but the flex spots are all pretty variable, and you can do a lot of things with it too, which is really, really cool. There are good kill spells in white. You could just be blue-white at better mana, but a lot of things to do with this deck, a lot of knobs to turn, which is kind of fun, but the core is really, really good. So, hope you like it. Check out the video, of course, the article at CoolStuffInc.com from last Friday, or go over more decks. Let me know if you want to see more standard decks. I know the RSQ season's coming up. Paper Standard's starting to come back, which is very exciting for me. Very, very cool. Very, very awesome to see. So, that's what I got this week, folks. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Use promo code JIM5, 5% off your order on CoolStuffInc.com. I'll see you next week. I'm Jim Davis for CoolStuffInc.com. I'm out.